Bulletproof Radio, a state of high performance.
How did you get into, Hollywood and, the CEO row for the highest levels of power? That in and of itself is different from learning how to learn. And it also maybe speaks to your mindset. I've never actually asked you, like, how did you, you don't just call up, the X-Men guys and say, hey,
Yeah, I think that they are the commonality between, all of these top performers is they subscribe to lifelong learning. They have a certain level of mindset and dedication and discipline to personal growth. And so how the X-Men actually happened was, so one day I get a call from the chairman of 20th Century Fox, and he had seen me speak at an event, and he brings me in, I fly out, and I spend a Friday with him and his executive team. And it was honestly my best training I did to date, because walking to that boardroom, I got to see all these movie posters of Star Wars and Avatar, and it just put me in that playful state. Because I believe the limitless resource we have on planet Earth is human potential. There is no limit to our creativity. There is no limit to our imagination. There's no limit to human determination, our ability to solve problems. And I was in that playful state, and I gave my best training. And afterwards, the chairman says, this was amazing, best training we've ever done for our team. And he gives me an actual walking tour of the lot. I've never been on a studio lot before. And I saw this movie poster of Wolverine, right, Hugh Jackman. And I said this comment, I said, I can't wait for that to come out, because it wasn't going to come out for a few months. And he picks up his phone, and 5 minutes later, I'm sitting in the theater, his theater, wearing 3D glasses, watching Hugh Jackman fight all these super ninjas, right?
Wow.
And it was like the best Friday late afternoon ever. And he picks me up afterwards. He was like, how was the movie? And I was like, this was amazing. You don't know this, but I grew up with learning challenges, and I couldn't read. I taught myself how to read by reading comic books late at night. My favorite comic books were Wolverine and the X-Men. And I told him that you don't know this, but when I found out in the comic books that the X-Men school for the gifted, right, Professor Xavier's, Professor X's school, where he trained all these superheroes, was in Westchester, New York, right outside of New York City, and that's where I lived. And when I was 9 years old, I used to ride my bicycle around my neighborhood trying to find that school, because I didn't fit in, right? When I was 9, teacher pointed to me, said, that's the boy with the broken brain. That became my label again. And so I thought I wanted to find my superpowers and find my super friends. And I'm telling this to the chairman. He's like, Jim, I didn't know you like superheroes. He was like, do you want to go on set? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, we have another 30 days of filming the new X-Men movie in Montreal. How would you like to go? And I was like, that would be amazing, but what can I do for you? He was like, do what you did for us. Teach them how to speed read their scripts, how to remember their lines faster, how to be focused and have concentration when they're on camera. I was like, I could totally do that. And the next morning I get on a plane, they call it the X-Jet, and I step on the plane, and the entire cast of X-Men is on the plane. Whoa. And heading from LA to Montreal, I got to share, these tools, to be able to upgrade people's minds, to be able to learn faster. And when we land the next day, the very first scene took place in the X-Men school. This place that I've been looking for my whole life.
It's like a spiritual calling for you, kind of. Wow.
It was insane. And then I was like a 9-year-old watching my heroes come to life right in front of me. And I got to spend the week with them. And fast forward, I go home, and there's a package waiting for me. And I tear it open. It's about the size of a television. I tear it open, and it's this frame photograph of me and the entire cast of X-Men. People could see it on my Twitter profile, my Facebook cover photo. It'll always be there. But even it's like Hugh Jackman, Jennifer Lawrence, Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender. I mean, it is.
You helped them all learn how to read faster, even though they all are good readers, obviously.
They're all so amazingly they trained, but. Even when I was looking at that photograph, even better than that photo that people could see on my social media is a note from the chairman. It said this: Jim, thank you so much for sharing your superpowers with all of us. I know since you were a little boy, you've been searching for your superhero school. Here's your class photograph.
Man.
And that was
awesome guy.
Yes. So yeah, it blew my mind, and I came full circle, and it's me because I felt limited my whole childhood, where I had to work harder than everybody else, and it became my inner talk every time I did badly on a test or a quiz or wasn't picked for sports, which was like all the time. I would always say because I had the broken brain, and I believe that most all of our limits are learned and it came through a process of experience and environment, other people's expectation put us in a box. So I've dedicated my life for the past almost 3 decades to show people how to unlimit themselves and the boy with the broken brain. I want to build better, brighter brains, no brain left behind. That's our mission.